I want to thank you for checking out another podcast of We Ain't Scared Talk, where we ain't scared. My name is A1, and let me first say thank you to everybody that supports this podcast. I really appreciate it. I know you got a lot going on in your lives. It's the holiday season, so there's a lot of things that need to be done. Family, shopping, food, everything. So I appreciate that. And let me also say, as I stare at this beautiful We Ain't Scared Talk mug, if you haven't got yours, please do so. There are plenty to go around. All right? So, with that being said, we're not going to delay jumping into today's topic. We have a room full of special guests today. All right, round of applause. We have the entire cast of Kinfolk Comedy in the building. Yes, Kinfolk Comedy. For those who don't know, Kinfolk is a new show, a podcast, a comedy podcast created by Mark McLemore, and it is a very funny take on life in the inner city with a family, a black family, as they work through their familial situations, their family situations. So I'm really happy. I'm going to go around, and for those who do know, good. For those who don't know, Kinfolk, we have Granny. Hey, baby. We have Uncle Rufus. What's up there, player? Player, A1, player. So nice to meet you. You too. And then we have Malcolm, who's kind of quiet, but he's definitely a young black man, a young black boy. I think, 13 or 14? Yeah, about 14. All right, so Malcolm is he's very intellectual, very smart, and we're going to get to him also in a moment. And then we have Pappy Jenkins. How you doing, Pappy? Ooh, he's so excited to be here, and we got a pickle pie just for you, A1, just for you. Yeah, Granny, I hear a lot about these pickle pies. I'll be honest, I've never heard of pickle pies until you started talking about them. So I'm real anxious to hear more about them. Ooh, you gonna love this pickle pie. They so fresh, so good. Well, thank you, Granny. Oh my God. You and them pickle pies. Ugh. All right, okay, Uncle Rufus. Okay, hold on. Slow down. So this is what we're going to do, you guys. You had a pretty full season, and it was really interesting, and it's really funny. I'm always about supporting each other and family. And so I kind of want to recap the season, and it kind of opened up the pilot, of course, Granny and the pickle pies. Ooh, baby, you want a slice right now? No. But we're gonna get to that, I promise. Oh, these pies. Okay, Uncle Rufus, let's start with you. Now, I know you had, I think as I go over the episodes for the season, the one episode that really stood out to me was the cookout episode. And that was when you were showing Malcolm how to barbecue, how to cue. That's right. I was working with my nephew, trying to make sure he knew how to beat his meat. Yeah, beating his meat. That was kind of funny. And Malcolm, did you learn anything that you felt was useful for you during that episode? Yeah, it was time for me to really start to see what Uncle Rufus, what he did best and what he liked. So I liked it. Oh, come on now, nephew. You know you had a good time. The music was popping, the food was popping, as you youngsters say. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, so not really sure what Pappy was saying, but Granny, what did he say? Oh, he said he had a good time. He loved the food, he loved the barbecue, and most importantly, he loved the pickle pies. Okay. All right. So, to kind of keep it going for you, Granny, you wanted to take Malcolm shopping for church clothes. And that was interesting. And I see that religion is a very big part of your life. And it was interesting to see that whole thing play out. So with the shopping and what was that like for you? Oh, I love men in suits. I love my church. I love my pastor. I love the good Reverend Dr. Bishop Money. And I just want you to know, if you don't have a good right reverend, you need one in your life. Okay. All right. Well, good plug there. So, where do you guys, and I'm just trying to take it to the people, trying to just paint a picture for them. If they don't know, where do you live? Oh, we right there in L.A. We in L.A., A1. I've been there for the last 35 years. Oh, okay. All right. So is that where you were born and raised? All day, nephew. You don't mind if I call you nephew. It's what I do with the younger folk. No, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, we've been there for about 35 years, and I'm loving every minute. Always a lot of things that got to be dealt with. Okay, all right. And so I think a lot of people want to know about the family dynamic. We know it's Uncle Rufus, and we know it's Granny, but and Pappy. But how are you guys, in the terms of the hierarchy with each other? What's the relationship? Oh, right. Well, Granny's my baby sister. Yeah. She's my baby sister, and that's right. I'm his baby sister, and oh my goodness, it's an experience to say the least. I can only imagine you two growing up together. Yeah, well, big brother's always looking out for little sister. And that's great. We got to have that situation where family looks out for each other. And for those who don't know, tragically, Malcolm's parents, there was a car accident, and I'm sorry to hear that, Malcolm. I really am. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just working through it, but I definitely miss my parents. Understandably so. Anybody in your situation with something like that, car accident, my heart goes out to you, my prayers go out to you, and I think while it's tragic, it's encouraging to me that there's family that is still around that wants to take you in. So, Granny, when you found out, and this was, his mother was your daughter, right? Yes, baby, that was my only child. Oh my God, I miss her so much. And she had such a beautiful spirit. And her husband, oh my goodness, he was the best husband. And I'm just, I miss him so. And I love Malcolm, and I'm going to be here, me and Pappy and Uncle Rufus, and we love you, Malcolm. I love you too, Granny. I love you too. So when this happened, and as you guys are sort of, moving through your life and these things, what's the one thing, and Uncle Rufus, I'll throw this out to you, that you really want Malcolm to learn and to know as he's growing up in America? Oh, A1. That's a big question right there. Well, I think the main question is, I want him to know he's strong. I want him to know he's smart, and don't believe the lies of the white man when they out here telling him he can't do anything or he can't do something. He can accomplish anything. That's fair and that's fantastic. Okay. Granny, I'm gonna have to let you interpret that. Oh, he agrees, and he just loves Malcolm, and he wants him to know that Pappy and us, we are gonna be here for him no matter what. I think that's what I like too. It's like, even though the tragedy strikes everybody at different times, and we don't know when those times are going to happen, uh, it it's nice to know that you do have family that you can depend on. And I like the fact, Granny, that you always make sure that you are positive and that you make sure you pass that along. Of course, baby. If we ain't got love for each other, what else do we have? That's a fair statement. So just to kind of dive into one of the episodes that I really, really enjoyed, the We Ain't Scared episode. This was about the police brutality. And we know that this country is, not that police brutality is new, and not that, unfortunately, that it'll ever go away. But when you were doing that, and I guess, Malcolm, you can talk a little bit about your experience and what you were feeling at the time when that young kid was killed by the police. What was going through your mind when this was going on? Well, I was nervous, and I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know what to think, and I didn't like it. Yeah, well, he's putting it nicely. You know me, I said it's some bullshit. Can we curse on the show? Well, yeah, but we probably have some kids listening. Well, I'll try to keep it PG, but like I do, A1, America has got a lot to pay for. Black folks built this country. We made it what it is, and we don't get none of the credit. And that just infuriates me. Yeah, well, you're not alone in that. Tell you that right now. There's a lot of that going on, and I wish there were some things. As I'm sure you guys listen to the show, and you know how I feel about police brutality and racism, and how this country has a lot that it can do better at. Ooh, he is so upset. He lived it. He loved the Black Panthers. He loves his community. And he just wants everybody to know that we have got to figure this thing out. We cannot make progress if we keep allowing this abuse to take place. Wow, Granny, I think that's that's the most I've heard from you on that topic, and it's good. I think you guys, your generation, you saw a lot. You came through the '60s, you came through the '70s, and you guys are the foundation. And I'm excited because no matter what has happened, you all seem to be doing well. Yeah, well, you can't stop. You gotta keep going. And I think that's the message. No matter what happens in your life, just keep going. Just keep going. No, I agree. And LA is a very interesting city. It's a very interesting place. And I think for those who aren't from there, maybe they don't understand some of the dynamics. But again, for me, I like just again the unity of you guys. You know, kinfolk. You know, I love that title, kinfolk. You know, it's family. So let's talk too about the gentrification episode, because that was really, it was funny, and I think a lot of people don't really know how that's impacting the inner city. Oh, let me tell you, A1, it is real. Gentrification is real, and I'm doing my best to just get the word out. I'm saving my money. I'm buying property because the only way to make sure that we have a voice is we gotta own our own. You said it, Uncle Rufus. We have to own our own. So, Grandy, how long, just in terms of where you see yourself, in the city, and I mean, you think you're going to be there for the foreseeable future? Oh, yeah, of course, baby. That's my home. Those are my people. And I'm going to be there fighting like everybody else to make sure that the future is bright and that the opportunities are there. We got a whole nother generation coming up. Yeah, no, I agree. And it's not easy, but again, with the right attitude and the right perspective, this is something that I know a lot of people can be encouraged by. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are willing to just display your life and to share the things that are going on. And because it is inspirational, believe it or not. It's very, very inspirational. Now, as we look forward, Uncle Rufus, how do you see things sort of evolving and moving forward? Oh, well, you got to keep on keeping on. I'm looking forward to season 2. Oh, okay. Spoiler alert. There's going to be a season 2? Oh, yeah, baby. We got pickle pies that are already getting ready to be cooked for season 2. Okay, well, what did he say? Oh, he said he is prepared for season 2, and he wants everybody to know, if you have not listened or checked out the first season, do that right away, because season 2 is going to be great. So, how do you feel, about, again, just sharing this, and what's the overall message? I mean, I know you mentioned love and I know you mentioned unity, but in terms of going into the next season, what are some of the things that you want to explore or to talk about? And Malcolm, I know that we got a full house here, but anytime you want to jump in, you can. But what do you guys, what do you see? Well, I'll take that. I'll take that. Look, we got a voice. We have things that are important to us that the world wants to shut out. And I'm going to make sure that as long as I'm alive, they're going to know that black people are smart, we're resilient, we're tough, and that there's nothing in the world that we can't do. I think that's the overall message that we need to make sure gets out. And that's an important message. I think it's real easy, especially in this political climate, to get into a situation where we feel like maybe our voice or our voices aren't heard or respected. And we really need to keep these platforms open and available. Yeah, I'm learning a lot, and I really want to make sure that, the next generation, my generation, that we are able to have the same opportunities, and if not better. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think my generation, we have sort of we haven't left the country in the best shape, financially, opportunities. And I hope, Malcolm, when you're ready for college, that when you do go, find a HBCU, which, oh, yeah, he definitely going to an HBCU. Absolutely, baby. We wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, he just agreed. He said that he wants Malcolm to get as much education as he possibly can so he can be president one day. Oh, okay. President, I like that. I like that. There's a lot to be done, if you're talking about being president, but I think that it's an important goal and aspiration. What about you, Malcolm? Any thoughts? Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I believe in you, Malcolm. I believe in you. And I know that as smart as you are and with the support system that you have around you, I honestly believe that you can become whatever you want to become. That's right. And let me tell you, I'm going to be there every step of the way to make sure that he has all the information, all the knowledge, and all the support that he needs. We got to have strong black men to take up the mantle of fighting injustice. Yeah, Uncle Rufus, the fighting injustice, and I love it. I love it. You mentioned Black Panthers, and I know you're really passionate about that. Were you ever a member, or did you ever get involved with that? Oh yeah, I was a member. I was there. I stood up for my community, and I want everybody to know the Panthers were positive. I don't care what anybody says. They were a light. And it's a shame that they have such a negative connotation for people. I agree, and I don't like it when the message is not correct. We've got to make things right in America. We've got to keep it positive, and we have got to work together. Do you want some pies? You want some pickle pie, A1? Granny, I smell it. I see it. I promise you, I am going to get some of that pie. I promise you. I promise you. So, let's talk about the next few steps that we're going to take here, just in terms of making sure that we can get back together again. So can you please promise me, okay, after you start season 2, when does that start? I think we're going to start January, February. Oh, okay. So when you're done, can you please promise me that you will come back and that you will share all of the stories, all of the things that are going on, because I'm certain that there are a lot of people that are big fans and they want to hear about it. Okay, Granny. We can only hear it from you. Oh, he just said he's excited. And he said, of course, we will be back. We got some work to do, but we are supportive of We Ain't Scared Talk, because we ain't scared, baby. We ain't never scared. That's right, Granny. We ain't scared. We ain't never scared. And I am hopeful that this next season will be bigger than the first. And I'm sure that you guys are going to have a lot of fun. Uncle Rufus, I hope you have another cookout, because I want to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, A1, you going to come to the next one. I'm going to let you know. I got something special for you. Well, I appreciate that, Uncle Rufus. And I'm certain that there are a lot of people that want to know where they can follow you guys. And you want to talk a little bit about that? Oh, I'm not real good with this technology thing, baby. I'm gonna have to leave that to Malcolm or Rufus. I tell you where they can find us. They can find us on IG. Love IG. At Comedy Kinfolk. You can follow us on IG at Comedy Kinfolk. Ain't that right, Malcolm? Yeah, that's right. Well, good. Well, look, I'm gonna follow you guys, and I want you guys to continue to prosper. I want you to continue to excel, and if there's anything that you need in terms of support, just know that here at We Ain't Scared Talk, we definitely support that. Okay? Of course, baby. Of course. Oh, yeah, player. I see you, A1. I like what you're doing. Okay. Granny? Oh, he's just said he's excited, baby. He's just excited. All right. Well, look, I want to thank each and every one of you for checking out another podcast of We Ain't Scared Talk. My name is A1, and you got some good food for thought. I'm here with the entire cast of Kinfolk. Hey, babies. What's up out there? I see ya. All right, y'all. So, as always, thank you. And Granny, I think I'm gonna let you sign us off here. You gonna say, well, we ain't scared, okay? We ain't scared. We ain't scared. That's right. We ain't scared ever. Malcolm, we ain't scared. That's right. That's right. So, again, thank you to everyone that's tuned in. I appreciate you guys, and have a productive week. We ain't scared. We ain't never scared. Never.